Welcome to the Jersey Shore podcast. I'm your host, Lisa Mazuka. Today, I'm here with my guest, Barbara Farley from CHAP Construction in Bayville, New Jersey. This podcast is brought to you by On Your Mark Designs. We're a digital marketing agency in Bayville, New Jersey, and we are here to help you find the best businesses and services to help you shop Jersey Shore. Please stay tuned for a giveaway at the end of the episode. We'll have you answer a question that we talk about during the show, and then you will send the winner a gift card before the next episode. Wherever you're watching or listening, please subscribe and follow the show. We air a new episode every week. And now for my guest. Thank you for joining me, Barbara Farley. Tell the audience who you work with and about your company and what you love about what you do.
Sure. I work for CHAP Construction, started in 1972 by two brothers, Chuck and Hap Lang. They started the business just to help people out, fixing pipes and electrical work and all that kind of stuff. And then they moved into doing renovations. They did renovations for a long time, adding additions and building new homes. Then they, after Sandy, when lifting became more popular, we did a lot of those as well. In 2009, Randy Lang, Hap's son, took over the business. Chuck had moved on to things that he wanted to do. And Randy took over in 2009 and runs the company today. Within the company, two of his sons work. I am his cousin. So we're a family business. And because we've been in business so long and we're a family, we like to treat our customers like family and we treat each other like family. We have a good time every day. We work hard. We are second to none in meeting deadlines. We don't miss a deadline. So it's really important for us. So working with family and for family is probably the best thing about being here.
And that's interesting because that's a dynamic that not everybody really gets and understands. I'm in a family business myself. My father had a small business and I worked with him too. And sometimes you feel like deadlines are not super important when you're dealing with family, or maybe not really enforced the way you would hope that they would be, because there are relationship elements and you don't want friction at the dinner table and that kind of thing. So how do you guys manage that?
Well, for us, the deadlines are not really internal. Like for us, the deadlines are with a customer. We're doing a renovation on your bathroom and we're telling you we're going to be done by October 1st. So we're done by October 1st. We're not done October 15th or November 1st. We're done October 1st. Randy is very, very good about scheduling and making sure that all of our ducks in a row. So when you've been in business as long as we have, you tend to have a good relationship with any subcontractors you use. Now, it's important to note that we don't use a lot of subcontractors. Plumbing, electric, HVAC, and carpentry, all of those folks are on staff. So when I say to you, the plumber is going to be there, the plumber is going to be there because we sign his check, right? I don't have to wait for someone else to fit us into their schedule. So we have a tendency to move a little faster than most. Our staff is also comprised of older guys that have been here seasoned. I don't want to say older, they'll be mad at me. Seasoned professionals that have been in the business that have been in the business for a really long time. And younger guys that are apprentices or just learning the trades, and they work really well together. They meet every morning. So when we say that we're going to meet a deadline, we have the ability to do that because we have lessened the external obstacles, for lack of a better word.
Yes. And when you say that you're signing the guy's checks, who is the plumber, it's not just a construction laborer who also knows how to install a faucet. You guys have licensed tradesmen working in-house.
Yes, we have. So Randy, who's the owner of the company, is licensed master plumber and HVAC tech. We also have a licensed electrician. I have 2 apprentices that are in the process of all they have to do is take their test. So they'll be licensed very soon. I have an HVAC tech that's also licensed. Randy's oldest son is going to be an HVAC licensed tradesperson. He just has to take his test. His son Drew is a licensed master plumber. We have, I'm trying to think, I have at least 2 or 3 other guys that are in trades in the apprentice program, because it's also important to note that we're a registered apprentice program with the state of New Jersey.
Oh, fantastic. So you have all these trades, these mechanical trades, and you guys are luxury custom home builders, as well as the renovations. So new house from demo to the ground up. You can take care of these beautiful projects right on the water in many cases.
Yeah, we do a lot on the island. That's not to say that we don't do stuff on this side of the bridge, because we do, but we are, the thing is, we don't do spec houses. A lot of people think of builders and they think of, somebody that gets a tract of land and they build 10 houses and they do one right after the other and they're all the same. And maybe you get to pick out the flooring, or maybe you get to pick out the paint color, and that's it. That's not what we do. What we do is someone comes to us and they either have a house that they want to demo, or they've got a piece of property that they want to build on, and they bring us plans, and those plans are custom to them. And we help them get their dream home. We do everything. We're a turnkey service. So once you bring me those plans, all I need you to do are make the selections for the house, the design elements that we can't really put a price on because we don't know where they're going to lean, right? You don't know if somebody's going to be, I'm going to go pick out tile from a discount store and that's going to be good for me, or I want hand painted tile from Italy. We don't know where a customer is going to fall, so we give them a budget. What we call it,
and they might lean one way for one kind of a finish, and another way. But the kitchen faucet, that is super important. I want a restaurant kind of style.
Yes, right. I had a customer. We put in a $7,000 kitchen faucet.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, we've put in an $8,000 to $10,000 toilet. So like I said,
when I spend a lot of time there.
Yes. When I tell you that everything we do is custom, it is. Even our renovations and our additions, we are working for homeowners. We are going into somebody's house, and this is where they live. So it's really important to us that we treat them and their home the way that we would treat our own, or the way that we would want them to treat. We would want the guys to treat our house. So Randy is very, very good about that. Our team is very conscientious. They clean up after themselves every day. They do not leave a messy job site. You're not going to ride past one of our sites and be like, ooh, there's stuff everywhere. No, we don't leave things like that because it's counterproductive.
Yes, that's the forward-facing visibility. You want to make a good impression on the community. So we talk about you do a lot of work out on the island, this side of the bridge. We are based at the Jersey Shore, both of us. So let's tell folks where you're located and where the majority of the jobs are that you do. Let's talk about some towns that you've been working in recently.
Our main office is in Bayville. We moved here to this office in 2018. When the company started, our office was in Pine Beach. So my uncles who started the company, Randy, myself, we all grew up in Pine Beach. We're local kids. We all went to Toms River schools. Well, they went to Toms River High School. We went to Toms River High School South. So we're very, very local. We moved in 2018 to our office in Bayville. It's a bigger warehouse. It was just a smarter move for us. And it's 3 minutes from our old office. We're not far. We have a satellite office, which is our showroom on Grand Central Avenue in Lavallette. It's 1501 Grand Central Avenue. That's open Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 5, and Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4. And anybody can walk in there. You can talk to the person at the desk and give information so that we can contact you to talk about a project or an issue or a service that you might need done. And so when I say we do a lot of work over on the beach, we do work from Seaside Park to Seaside Heights to Ortley Beach to Lavallette, Maniloking, Bricktown, Spring Lake. We do a lot in Toms River. We have jobs in Bayville, Point Pleasant. We've done a lot in Point Pleasant. Our most challenging build recently was in Point Pleasant.
Okay, let's talk about why that was challenging. What did you run into there?
So this house there's no road. So
Yes.
the way that it runs is there's a gate at the end of this walkway, and there's probably 10 to 12 houses on each side of the street. And you open the gate and you walk in. There's no cars, there's no road. You can't drive in there. So the house, we had to tear it down. It was a demo and a rebuild. And we had to basically demo the house and hand carry everything out because you couldn't get trucks there. Yeah. So again, Randy is a very, very smart thinker. He rented the garage on a house on the street so that we could store our equipment and some of our materials to make it a little bit easier. Because normally we can store that stuff on site.
Sure.
But because you couldn't drive to the site, there were cranes involved for countertops.
And those are very modestly sized lots too. They try and kind of take advantage of every inch, right?
Yes, very small. And like I said, just getting to and from the site with materials, we had Randy got an ATV with a trailer on the back so that we could go up and the things that you have to do. But we started building that house in January. It's about 1,400 square feet. So it's a moderate sized home, and we turned it over to them in July.
Wow. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
And I'm sure they're thrilled.
Very challenging. Very challenging.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we know that you're known for your beautiful builds. You are an accomplished renovation contractor. What are some of the things that you wish your audience knew more about CHAP Construction? What can you provide as far as service goes that people might not know about?
Yeah. So recently we asked ourselves the same question. We have an arm of our business that does basically service leaky faucets, hot water heaters don't work, HVAC problems, doors need to be adjusted, all of that stuff, not doors so much as the HVAC and plumbing aspect of it. People didn't realize that we do that as a service, right? So we started CHAP Mechanical last year. We've been in business for about a year with CHAP Mechanical, strictly so that people would know that we have a service end of our business. We recently started with the CHAP Mechanical HVAC portion only. So that's installing hot water heaters, new air conditioning units, boilers, generators, those kind of things. This is something new to us. We just started it, offering financing for those things. We've never done that before. We don't do that on the CHAP construction side. We don't do it with the builds that we do or the renovations or anything like that. So this is our first foray into that. We were finding that people, for lack of I want to be tactful to say it, people don't have this money sitting in their bank, right? Their air conditioning unit goes, it's 100 degrees outside, and it's going to cost them, $7,000, $8,000 to replace their air conditioning units. And some people just don't have that sitting around.
Yeah, that's a significant investment, and it hits a family hard.
It does.
Yes.
So we found that offering financing, we might be able to help these people even further, because we didn't do that before. Not that we didn't help them before, but we didn't offer financing before. So it's something new. We're going to give it a shot.
Great. Good luck. I love that. So, both of us, we've talked about the fact that you're a very local family, but when you're not working with CHAP, how do you love to enjoy Ocean and Monmouth County? What are some of your favorite things to do at the Jersey Shore?
Yeah. So I am a mom of 3, and all of my children are older. My youngest will actually be 20. I'll have no more teenagers in a couple weeks. Okay. So I spent a lot of time, shuttling them around, which I don't have to do anymore. So I bought myself a Bronco with a top that comes off. And one of my favorite places to be is the beach. And there's no beaches better than the Jersey Shore. It's Agreed. A wonderful place to be. So I enjoy that a lot.
You're going to have a pass to go on Island Beach?
So this year I'm going to get one. I didn't get one before because they sell out in like a hot minute. So I'm going to try to get myself one this time.
Oh, good for you. Yes. I've been seeing Broncos on the road and noticing them more than ever before. I like them a lot.
It's great. I love it. It was for me.
Ah, congratulations. So you are very involved. I know that because Barbara and I network together at a local networking group, the Ocean County Business Association, the OCBA. So I know through that that Barbara is very interested in giving back to the community, and you work very closely with a nonprofit that means a lot to you and to CHAP Construction. So please tell us a little bit about that and about an upcoming event that we can
Sure. So Caring for Children was born from the OCBA. And the reason that they did that was because they were having a lot of members, and we're going back to the 80s, right? When they first started, maybe the 90s. And everybody was coming to the group with donate to this, donate to that, donate to this, donate to that. And they decided as a group that instead of trying to keep their hands in all of these things, that they would start their own charity, and that all of their charitable giving would go towards this charity. And so they started it. It's called Caring for Children. And my uncle Chuck Lang, who also started CHAP Construction, was one of the founding members of Caring for Children, along with a couple other people. I'm sure I won't have all the names right, but I know my good friend Claire Bogus was one of them. And Claire ran Caring for Children all that time. She did most of everything she did with the help of maybe 1 or 2 people. And what they do is she would get food and toys at Christmas time to donate to local families in Ocean County. So we find organizations that are in Ocean County, families in need, and make sure that they have toys and food at Christmas time. I also know that she also used to get clothes for young girls and young boys that they just. Children in certain situations get looked over. I think we all know that. Yeah. So it's trying to make sure that they feel seen. And within the last, 5 or 6 years, I was helping Claire a little bit. I would go, she would get the stuff in, and I would go and help her unbox everything, and, deliveries, and making sure that the organizations that came got what they needed and things like that. I did not a lot, but I wanted to help her. And during COVID, it was after COVID actually, we had another person in our organization named Mike Riley, who was a driving force behind our OCBA golf outing, which is where most of the funds come from to support Caring for Children. Mike was a force, just an amazing person. And his story was so touching, not mine to tell, but didn't have a great upbringing. I shouldn't say that. His family struggled, right? Loving family, but they struggled. And he was very, very adamant that this charity was exactly what he would have needed as a kid. And there was nobody like him. There was nobody that could fundraise like him. There was nobody as passionate as him. And we lost him during COVID. Not long after we lost Mike, we lost Claire. So it was a double punch. It was really, really hard. OCBA reached out to me because I had been helping Claire and asked me to take over. It took me a while to make the decision to, yes, take over the charity. And, I didn't have the same upbringing. I didn't have, Claire was right off the boat from Ireland. She came here when she was 19, struggled. Mike's family struggled. And I just didn't have that. I didn't have that experience as a kid. My family, my parents both worked, but we never wanted for anything. I never had to worry about whether there was going to be food on the table. I never had to, wake up Christmas morning and not be, amazed or not be happy. I didn't have that. And not that I think that I had to have that to be able to take it over, but there were big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And so it took me a lot to decide that, yes, I was going to do it. And I've been doing it ever since. And it's very rewarding. Talking to the people, the organizations that come to pick up the toys and the food, the tears in their eyes.
It is humbling, and it makes you stop and count your blessings.
Yes.
And it's inspiring to know that we're actually able to make this difference to our neighbors, to the people who need it, who live so close and should be able to enjoy every aspect of their lives as much as we do, as we're blessed to.
And the need, you don't realize, I don't think, how much the need has grown in the last few years. And the people that I talk to and the organizations that come to me are like, we have more need now than we've ever had. Organizations that are closing because they can't keep up. Because while there is more need, there's less giving. There's less involvement because everyone is trying to survive. Yes. And when you get to that point where, you're making ends meet, but you're just making ends meet. Whereas you used to have that little extra that you could help someone else with. I think I'm finding, and in my opinion, I'm seeing more and more people, not that they don't want to give, they can't because they're trying to keep their heads afloat. So we have a double-edged sword because you have more and more people in need and less funds available to help them.
It's true.
So it is
visibility for this local organization is hugely important because you can only tap the same sources so often and so many times, and even a little bit from a lot of people can also make a big difference.
Yeah. And, I think it's important to note that our organization, there are several people in that organization that give and give and give, and they give every year and they show up every year and they're a huge, huge help. I couldn't do what I've been doing without them. It's amazing. It's amazing. We have some really, really wonderful people in our group. I was able to expand and offer backpacks and school supplies to kids. I did it last year and this year. And I donated 100 backpacks to local foster kids so that they would have what they need when they start school.
Just in time for back to school now.
Mm-hmm.
So this episode is airing on September 9th. When it comes to CHAP construction and for caring for children, what is it that we want to make sure people are aware of right now? Do you have something that you'd like to promote or something you'd like to make them aware of?
Yeah, so for Caring for Children, we have our major fundraiser that's coming up on October 9th. So we are currently looking for golfers and sponsors, baskets. If you want to promote your company and you want to donate a basket for us to auction off, I usually have some really great prizes. Last year, I had a fishing charter trip in Costa Rica. I usually get a really great golf experience at Hollywood Country Club. I don't have that committed to me yet, but I am going to, knock on that door. And we always get something wonderful from Carl's Fencing. They gave us a pergola. They gave us a mailbox and a post.
Wow.
And, he always gives me something really, really great to auction off. So what would really help me right now is golf. Come golf. Sponsor a tee. Sponsor, whatever you want to do. But I'm in the position now, I have to guarantee 80 golfers. So my challenge is to get 100. And
excellent.
We
can do it. So you can sign up to golf. You can get more information and find out how to sponsor and to become a golfer at oceancountybusinessassociation.com.
Yes.
And it's right up there in the header of the website. You can click on the link and sign up today.
Yep. And for CHAP, the way that our seasons go, most people would think that a construction company is busiest in the summer. Well, because we work mostly on the beach, that's not the case for us. Most people don't want us to work on their house in the summer. So after Labor Day, we're, pedal to the metal. This is one of our busiest times of year is September. And right now we're probably booking new work, I'm going to say, in the spring of 2026. And I really want people to call me. I want them to call me because I want to help them in the process. I find that most people don't know where to start. They don't know who do I call first? Where do I go first? What do I need? And that's all information that I can help people with. I can help you find the right professionals that you need to get us to where we can start construction or renovation or addition or whatever it is that you need to do. Now is the perfect time to get started with that, because by the time you get plans and we get permits and all of that red tape stuff is taken care of, right? You'll be ready for us to start in the spring.
That's terrific. So how do people get in touch with you, Barbara?
Yep. I am in the office pretty much all the time. You can call our office at 732-349-3223. That's for CHAP and CHAP Mechanical. We can help you with everything from no heat to building your oceanside home.
Oh, that's terrific. Thank you so much for joining me today, Barbara. This was a great conversation. I learned a lot about CHAP that I didn't know. And I hope you had a good time too.
I did. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate you.
Good. You're very welcome. So now it's time for our giveaway.
Okay.
Do you have a question in mind from the episode?
Let's see. That's hard. I want to think of a good question.
I've got one.
Go ahead. Give me yours.
Okay. If anyone listened to the episode, I need you to think of, where did Barbara go to high school?
Oh, that's a good one.
And I want you to email the answer to me at lisa@shopjerseyshore.com. And you can put CHAP Construction in the subject line. That'll enter you to win a $20 gift card to Rich's Subworld. Rich's Subworld is right there on Route 9 in Pine Beach or Bayville.
It's
Bayville. Mm-hmm. So everybody knows and loves Rich's Subworld. You're going to love it. $20 gift card. Please email me your answer today. We'll announce it before next week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. And remember to shop Jersey Shore.